Let's get this party started. Ride, ride, ride. Let's get this party started quickly.
The game begins in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, look, we're having technical difficulties here. Oh, there we go. Okay. Looks like we in business. There's always something. In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another spontaneous broadcast of what we call the Realities Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the host, gatekeeper of this program, known here on social media. Wherever you may find me, I am known as the mighty, mighty, mighty Angel Snub 7. I am your soul brother, number 1. Looks like we're having technical difficulties on YouTube, our main channel. Hopefully it doesn't get too bad. We're going to upload this broadcast anyway, so if things do get real terrible on our main channel, we'll just upload from another channel that did better. It's been a while since we have become, or since we have come before this body in order to have a conversation. This is the longest sabbatical I have ever done in my, what is it, 17, 18 years on YouTube. This is the longest. And the reasons of why my sabbaticals have been very short is because of Google false flagging my channel, somebody messing with my channel or whatever, which gives me the strength, instead of quitting, instead of taking the videos down, the false flagging and the harassment, those things give me the energy to keep marching forward. And so that is the reason why I have been here 18 years. Because of Google and other false flaggers, they wanted me here. That gave me the strength to keep going. So if you like listening to Angel Snub 7, then you should thank Google and you should thank all my haters, because I refuse to go away and allow them to think they chased me away. So this sabbatical, nobody is really bothering Angel Snub 7. There's no false flagging. There's no videos made. I'm like, wow, this is the time to quit. And I'm still thinking whether or not I should just leave this alone, period. It has run its course. I think 18 years, it has run its course, especially when we have gone full circle, bringing us the ultimate answer, the once and for all solution to our problem, what we call right here, where is it, over here? What we call the Operation Exodus Mississippi campaign. That's it. Nothing else is going to work. Nothing else is going to work. Your begging, your pleading, your ideas, all these things is not going to work. So I just sit back in the cut and watch you fail, because you don't want to accept the reality of things. I just sit back in the cut and just watch you fail. I don't like to do that. But what was it that many of our mothers said to us when we acted up and thought we knew it all? A hard head makes a soft ass. So I'm just watching you get your ass whooped. Keep doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. That is a sign of insanity. And you say that yourself, but you do it. You do the same thing over and over again, say the same things over and over again, expecting a different result. If a woman don't like you, brother, you can beg and plead all you want to. She don't like you. And many of you get very angry, but that's a sign of insanity. She don't like you. Oil and water don't mix. I don't care how you flip it on, how you, whatever. Oil and water do not mix. There are certain things, the result is going to be the same no matter what you do. We are an insane people. But that's expected. What do you expect from people a little over 100 years from slavery? You pretending you free. You have no idea of what you're doing. You just quoting stuff from people from 1930, quoting stuff, getting crap from 5,000 years ago. How is that supposed to free you? It didn't do nothing for them. All this information, all this science, all these things came from people who was conquered. They were losers. But their information is supposed to make you a winner when it didn't do nothing for them. It makes no sense. But the American Negro, the once called American Negro, the black man, the Hebrew Israelite, the Muslim, whatever you want to call yourself, we love the nonsensical. We embrace the unrealistic. We enjoy losing because it takes a lot of work to be a winner. Ask anybody who's a winner. They spend a lot of hours and hours. Work, sacrifice, suffering. Anybody, unless of course you inherited your success, that don't count. But those who are self-made, they know what it took to become this success. And you don't want to do it. Too much work. You want the easy way out. There's no easy way out. Not this. There's no easy way out. There's nobody gonna come save you. There's nobody that's gonna sacrifice themselves so that you can live, which is a mistake. Those prior to ourselves died for us, and we are foolish people, unworthy of their life. So I know I refuse and will never do that. These ingrates. I felt as though I had to come off this sabbatical to talk about our brothers, Rodney, Hinton, and what's his name? Karmelo Anthony. I thought that was the basketball player. young man, I don't know exactly, he's a young man, teenager, and his trouble with some peckerwoods. And Rodney Hinton, who decided to take matters in his own hands. We're going to talk about that. If you're a weak man, because I'm going to be directing our talk to the men. Because the men say, I am the protector. I am the provider. You know, all this man nonsense that you don't live up to. And you know you don't live up to. So if you can't handle the reality, you can't handle the truth, you can go ahead and fly. Go ahead and go away. Because I'm telling you up front, telling you right now, that the man has failed. That's why we are in the situation we find ourselves in. I came off a sabbatical, or I went on a sabbatical, because in reality, this ministry, after 18 years, we've come full circle. And so we begin to enter the realm of redundancy. Saying the same thing over and over. Excuse me, my throat is itchy. Over and over again. Get to the point where all over YouTube, you don't have to go watch these videos. You already know what they're saying. You know how they're going to respond. You know how they think. Even before they say it, you already knew it. Like we mind readers. Because it's redundant. And so now, all of it is nothing but a bunch of people who are putting on an act, reading a script, saying the same thing over and over. This show has gone into reruns. It's become ritualistic. A bunch of actors. There was a brother here. What was his name? 48. We call him Brother 48, something like that. And he was talking about religion in the scriptures. He was talking about the root word of scripture is script. What do you give an actor? A script. What is a... When you want to make a TV show, a play, you need actors and a script. And that's all you see all over in our community. A bunch of actors. And when you are an actor, you are something that you're not. You are playing a role. You're not real. The story is not real. The play, all it's fantasy. It's for entertainment. All of you reading a script. Excuse me. I do not know why. Throat itchy. We're going to get through this though. And of course, when you are an actor, you want to get paid. Denzel Washington gets paid. Kerry Washington gets paid. Whoopi Goldberg get paid. When you are an actor, you're expecting to get paid. And all over YouTube, these actors Give me my cash out. They want to let you know I'm getting paid. Look what I bought. I'm getting paid because all of it is actors. I don't remember Nat Turner talking about I got paid. Donate to my cash. I don't remember Harriet Tubman or Dr. King or Malcolm give to my cash app and bragging about how they got paid. But they weren't actors. They were in a life-threatening situation. That's what they were dealing with. But you're living a lie. You are an actor. So in order to show us that you are successful, you need to show that you're getting paid. Because clearly you're not doing nothing for the people. What is the pay to a liberator? I have liberated. I have freed the people. That's what Harriet Tubman would say. Nat Turner tried to free his people. That's my payment. Not a big house and a pool that the white man allowed me to have. That's not payment for somebody who is not an actor. I don't care nothing about that. Liberation is my payment. Being free, being independent from my oppressor is my payment. To those who are real. Don't talk about no money. I got paid. You are broke. N-word. Even when you rich and you're black in this country, you broke. These people can take your little crap away from you anytime they feel like it. I don't know if Sean Puffy Combs is guilty. He's on trial. But he's an example. When they are ready to take you down, they come after you. Who knows how many millions of dollars he is paying to them to stop from going to their jail. Woo. And how can we as men want to live like this? Those people in court, they are not your peers. But we allow this because we are actors. In reality, we're still slaves, pretending and acting, trying to pretending, put on this show like we free. Those who are awake see that you're still nothing but a slave. You can holler black power, you can holler Ashe, Hotep, whatever the hell you want to. You are a Hotep slave. You are a Assalamu alaikum slave. You are a black power slave. You are worse than our ancestors who were actually in the condition. Because you think that you got some kind of freedom with your actor ass. Give you a Oscar, Academy Award. Because that's all you are, an actor. And some of these people, that's what they're seeking. They feel as though they're some kind of celebrity, some kind of star. I don't mean to pick on him, but Dr. Umar Johnson is not a revolutionary. He's a celebrity, using that to make his celebrity. Let me take pictures with everybody and donate to because I want to get paid. Celebrity, I need to get paid. It's very important that I get paid. And I offer you nothing. False hopes and dreams. Now, his school can be a reality. It should not take 20 years to build that school. What are you doing with your cash out? But see, you don't care because you enjoy the actor. And I've heard people say that. I don't care. I've heard people say, I do not care if the school is ever built. They don't care because I'm part of a play. Umar, you put on a good show for me. Where my popcorn at? Where my popcorn at? Sonetta TV, entertainment, Tariq Nasheed, entertainment, all these things, the Pan-African movement, the Aboriginal, all of it is nothing but something to keep you entertained. None of it is real. And now it's into reruns. There's no new show. I don't know if I could have been an entertainer. At one time, I wanted to be an entertainer. I enjoyed that very much. My lady friends here are entertainers. En Vogue is celebrating their 35th year in show business. Entertain you. Doing the same thing over and over, redundant. Over again. Redundancy. How can you listen to the same song over and over again? 35 years. When you come on stage, we already know the lyrics. We know what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. There's nothing exciting about redundancy. It's like eating leftovers. Eating the same food every day. There are people who listen to me simply because I'm a different kind of food. Because all of that out there already got bored. It don't have no taste no more. It's redundant. Record player playing the same thing over and over again. No growth. That's good for the music business. Because there's always people who have never heard what you do. But if you are a creator, if you are alive, living things do different things every day. When you are alive, when you are a creator, and you talk about, I'm a child of God, and you redundant. God is a creator. Tells you in your scripture, behold, I make all things new, and the former things shall pass away. I don't need that no more. I got something new. Babies are born every day bringing in the new, and the old dies off, never to be seen again. The Black Power community got us embracing the old, which should be allowed to die in peace. Because it had its time. We are part of the new. Babies are born. Push that baby forward. There's no baby born going backwards. Life goes forward. The mindset and behavior of the black power, black conscious community keeps us going backwards to a place we never came from. But then it's all a show. You don't want to go nowhere. In reality, you happy with your massa. In reality, you scared to be independent. In reality, you want to be in a position where you can run your damn mouth and blame the white man. Well, you know, brother, the white man done this. Redundant talk. Been saying that for 100 years. Well, you know, the white man do this. And you want to be in a position to keep blaming the white man. Like you want to blame your parents and stay in your mom and daddy house. Well, you see, mama do this. If it wasn't for mama, if it wasn't for my daddy, you scared to leave their house. This show, this redundancy cannot lead us to freedom. The freedom, justice, and equality that the Nation of Islam teaches. You can't be free connected to somebody's book. That's not freedom. When I have to be connected to a book. If I don't understand the book, I can't get free. I'm not free. The Bible and the Quran is a chain to keep you confined. Somebody told me religion means to bind, lock you up. It's not meant to keep you under some type of control. If that's what you want, that's cool. That's not what we represent. That's not what I represent. I don't want that. I don't care if I'm butt naked in the sand. It's better to be free than under the control of people that hate your guts. And that's how we live every day. That's why we have the Rodney, Hinton, Karmelo Anthony situation. We're going to talk about that. There's no growth. You are stuck in form. And you're no threat. I hear this all the time. Oh, black man is a threat. You ain't no threat. You redundant. Everybody know what you gonna do. What you gonna say. How you gonna respond. You a threat. How are you a threat? How is the black man a threat? How are black Americans a threat? You gonna poison somebody? You gonna blow up something? What have you done to be a threat? The only thing you have done going on 500 years is get your ass whooped. That's the reality of it. That's what. So how are you a threat getting your ass whooped? How are you a threat when you was a slave? On a plantation talking about, yes, sir, massa. Yes, sir, missy. Yes, sir, massa. You're on plantation for 300 years. How the hell are you a threat? You didn't even set yourself free. They set you free. Did you write, the Emancipation Proclamations? They wrote it. They gave you the civil rights laws. They gave you affirmative action. You ain't did a damn thing for yourself, Mr. and Mrs. Threat. You don't want to hear the truth. You don't want to hear the reality of things. I suggest that you go hang with the actor, Dr. Umar Johnson, or the actor, Young Pharaoh, or the actor, what's his name? Morris Science Temple, what's his name? Tahakins Bay. You go to the actors. There's no performance here. There's no need for me to be an actor because I don't want your damn money like that. I don't need your money like that. I want you to be free. That's what I want. You redundant. They already know what you're going to do, what you're going to say. They know you're not going to threaten. They slap you all the time. They kick you in your ass all the time. You don't do nothing. And then you see somebody like Rodney Hinton. Oh, Lord, look what he done. He gonna go to jail. He gonna get the death penalty. That's how we think. And even the Black Power folks talk real calm. You don't want to get in no trouble. A lot of you brag. I ain't never had a traffic ticket. I'm a good boy. I'm a good girl. You brag about that. You can't be good when somebody taking your life. You can't be good when somebody's oppressing and harassing you. You can't be good when somebody leeching off your blood. They know your form. And you're crude in your form. And they easily break your form. You're nothing like water. Because if we was like water, we would have been liberated a long time ago if we were like water. To my knowledge, you can't destroy water. It turns into a gas. It's a liquid and it turns into a solid. You can't blow it up. You can't destroy it. Because it changes forms. Like it's alive. But they break you all the time. Because you stuck in form. You're not fluid like water. You don't know how to change nothing. You was an African yesterday and you are African today. You were Muslim yesterday and you're a Muslim today. You loyal to these fixtures. You put a light in the ceiling. They call them fixtures, things that you put on the wall. Meaning they fixed. When you go, the light is still there. The bookshelf is still there. They're fixtures. You and I have become a fixture in American society. When they look, your ass is still where they left you. You don't change. You nothing but a record player playing the same record over and over again. Oh yeah, it's a hit. How many times can you listen to it over and over again and revise it? The same thing over and over again. As you know, I love these ladies. I can't listen to your record over and over again for 35 years. Those are the fanatics. Fanatical. Because they stuck. Like a record player. You stuck. Record players playing the same thing over and over again. No growth. But you a threat. You ain't done nothing to be no threat. Read says in the Quran, read in the name of thy Lord. You've been reading and you still stuck in the mud. You've been doing your research and you got the information and you still stuck like a car in the mud because you're fixed. You enjoy that song, I sure love Elijah Muhammad. So you stuck where Elijah Muhammad ain't been here since 1975, and that's where you stuck. I love Master Farad Muhammad, and you stuck in 1930, record player. I love Dr. Martin, you stuck in 1968. I love Malcolm X, you stuck in 1965. I love Frederick Douglass, you stuck in I don't know what the date is on, on Frederick Douglass, 18 something. You stuck. Because you have become a fixture. So you might as well be dead. Because these things are like a chain around your neck, making you immobile. You falling in love with the chain. When the purpose of Dr. King, the purpose of Frederick Douglass, and the purpose of all these freedom fighters was to get you out of a chain, but you found a different chain to put around your neck. Don't blame Angel Snuffing Up 7. I'm not disappointed. I'm not frustrated. I was with you. I had the same mindset. The difference between you and I is you got to grow. You can't become loyal to form. When you see that that's not working, look, I saw a rat fall down a hole. And the rats was trying to do different things to try to get out of the hole. The rat could not get out the hole. But the rat saw, now this is a rat. You the God, right? But the rat knows if this don't work, try something different. Now there are some animals that do the same thing. They end up dying and trapped forever. But this rat had enough sense. Okay, that's not working. So I saw the rat try something different. You are trapped and you do the same thing, redundant stuff, over and over again. How am I going to get out? You're going to get out by send $20 to Dr. Umar Johnson Cash App. Send Louis Farrakhan Cash App. That's how you're going to get out. Pray to God. I'm going to get out. This weekend, tornadoes came through our area, St. Louis area. Actually hit the city of St. Louis. A lot of the black community, devastating. You can go on Instagram and maybe on Facebook. A lot of brothers and sisters from the St. Louis area, they'll show you what happened. Kings Highway, Newstead. I believe 3 black churches was destroyed. And a soul sister lost her life in one of those churches. Where was Jesus? All of them churches was dedicated to the worship of Jesus as their Savior. This tornado, 150 mile an hour winds, come through the city of St. Louis, destroy 3 black churches. Where was Jesus? And the sad thing about it, when these things happen, don't y'all say, nothing happens without God's permission. So God destroyed the churches. That's your logic. Because this is what they tell me. When something bad happened to me, you don't believe in Jesus. That's why you catching hell. You don't believe in Allah. That's why you catching hell. Allah is punishing you. That's what they tell me. When bad, matter of fact, they wish. See, I don't wish. Out of all those people that attacked me in the past, all these suckers that flagged my channels, harassed me, even Google. I've never come on my platform. I wish they was dead. I hope something bad happened to them. I have never done that. But they hope that something bad happened to Angel Snuffing Up 7. Because I don't believe in Jesus. I don't want to be a Pan-African. I don't want to be a Muslim. Or whatever the reason is. Maybe I stole a cookie out their cookie jar. I don't know what the deal is. But mostly, they don't like my talk about their belief, their faith. So I need to die. What you don't understand is I have a replacement. Because all this stuff is coming to an end. It's going to take some time, but if you look at social media, you see slowly but surely it's coming to an end. So getting rid of Angel Snuffing Up 7 is not going to stop nothing. So God must be punishing the church. And the sister was in the church preparing to feed the hungry. That's what she was doing. So she wasn't smoking weed. She wasn't getting drunk. She was in the church preparing meals, getting clothes and things together to help the needy. And God did not kill the weed smoker. Your God did not kill the drunk, the crack addict, and the prostitute and the pimp. God killed one of his own. And these were old churches built in the 1800s and early 1900s, stuff like that. And the tornado came and tore them down. And they were doing good. Because you're not going to get any sandwiches from Umar Johnson. How many videos do you see Umar Johnson giving out sandwiches? All this black power conscious Pan-African. They don't do nothing for the people except take your money and talk a bunch of garbage. They've done nothing for the black community except try to tell you how to think and what you need to do. Be black, be Pan-African, blackity black. And they give you nothing. The only thing they did was take. Look at Muhammad Ali. Got in trouble. And the Nation of Islam deserted him. And then the man, Joe Frazier, who he called a monkey or an ape, or however he said it, monkey or ape or gorilla. Joe Frazier, the Christian, the gorilla, was the one that helped Muhammad Ali. And his dumb ass, as soon as he got back on his feet, he went right back to that damn cult. What a fool. So just because you talented, just because you so-called great don't mean you can't be a damn fool. There ain't no way to hell. That right there should have been his lesson. He went back to give them help, give them millions of dollars. Won't give his family a loaf of bread. They didn't care if you starved to death. That religious stuff got you crazy. All these teachings and scholarship got you out your damn mind. You can't even think realistic. You're stuck in the hole. And then you make excuses when these things happen. Why God didn't do this? Well, God wanted us to go through the tornado. God wanted her to go home. Like, damn. God wanted the sister to go home, so he gonna drop a building on top of her. Wow. What God? I don't. Okay, God come and said, well, Angel Snub No 7, it's time for you to go home. You're gonna die in this flood holding on to a tree. Like, damn, God. What she was doing? Trying to feed the needy, clothe the needy, do the things that you said Jesus want her to do. Look out for the poor. And then you have people running around here stealing your packages off your porch. God don't stop them. It's on camera. You see them. UPS, Amazon, whoever bring packages, leave on your doorstep. Here come these suckers. Where's God at? But God dropped a building on one of his believers. Time for you to go home. It all don't make any sense. But we love the nonsensical. Where is God? Where is God to help prevent Rodney Hinton from being in the situation he's in? Where is God? Why didn't God intervene to keep Karmelo Anthony from being in the situation he's in? We hold on to these same things, these redundant things. I don't understand. When you see something that don't work, why you keep trying? You, even in your real life, if you working on a car or your kitchen sink, if the screwdriver or the wrench, whatever tool if you see that it's not working, you change. And if you don't have it at home, say, hey, the screwdriver, the tools I have don't work. Let me go to the hardware store and find the tool so I can get this job done. You can't get the job done because you're using the wrong tools. It's simple as that. You need new tools. You want to keep working on the same stuff. Redundancy. So now we have our brother, I believe Karmelo Anthony was in trouble before Rodney Hinton. Karmelo Anthony was reported, had problems with some Peckerwood bullies. He doesn't have the right to defend himself. I wasn't there. You wasn't there. And Peckerwood, you wasn't there. But see, this is the thing about them. They stick with their own, right or wrong. They're going to stick with theirs. I'm going to stick with Rodney Hinton because I understand Rodney Hinton. I'm going to stick with Brother Karmelo Anthony. I'm going to stick with them. Because I could be Rodney Hinton. I could be Karmelo, because I've been in those situations. The racists say they can understand, but Rodney, he ran over the wrong police officer. He didn't run over the one that actually killed his son. And then they lied. To my knowledge, they still have not found a gun. Young man shot in the back. I watch FBI shows. I watch murder mysteries, a lot of them all the time. I've always seen the police in fictional life, halt or I shoot. They warn you, give you opportunity. The FBI on Tuesdays chase you till they catch you. When it comes to us in real life, they're not going to waste running, chasing. I'm going to shoot you in the back. If he had an opportunity, they simply would have planted a gun. We've been through this. Redundancy. Over and over. Why do they do that to us? Because we don't do nothing about it. And then when we do something about it, it's one person. Rodney Hinton. Because that's my son. That's my boy. He's in trouble. He don't act like Trayvon Martin's daddy. These other daddies of all these brothers and sisters that been burning. No, somebody got to pay for this. You killed my son. Will punish the officer that actually shot your son, sir. This is coming from people who don't tell the state of Israel why you dropping bombs on innocent people. They did not participate in October 7th. See, you're hypocritical, bunch of hypocrites that we're dealing with. Those people going on 60,000 or more Palestinians, they didn't have nothing to do with October 7th. Why don't you just get the ones that actually did it? But then you're going to turn around and tell us, oh, he should have got the police officer that all I know is a cop shot my son. I'm not going to go around, oh, who did it, blah, blah. No, somebody got to pay, and they're going to pay now. And when you're a man and you connected to your flesh, I don't care nothing about, oh, we're going to win $1 million later on. You killed my son. I understand Rodney Hinton. This is the thing about men, black men. There's no shame in saying that you're scared. If you're scared, just say it. There's nothing wrong with that. I ran away. I was scared. And still, I'm still scared. Who want to die? Who want to get hurt? But see, even when you're scared, sometimes you gotta fight. I spent 10 years in a mental institution. And I was threatened every day. You're going to be here the rest of your life. Unless you do what I say. I didn't want to be there the rest of my life. But at the same time, I'm not going to let you lie on me. You are a liar. I'm criminally insane. I'm going to kill somebody. I was released in 2007. This is 2025. I don't even have a speeding ticket. And I have all the rights any of you have. Because I stood my ground. I did not accept that lie. If I accepted that lie, I wouldn't have no rights. I couldn't vote. I couldn't own a firearm. I couldn't do this because I would be a felon. I'm not a felon. I outsmarted these demons. Was I scared? Did I want to stay in there 10 years? No. I had to stand on my principle. I'm not going to let you call me a lie. I'm not going to let you call me a criminal and insane because it's a lie. You let these people lie on you. You let them kill you, murder your, woo! Man. That's one of the reasons, that's another reason why I didn't want children. Because if you hurt my daughter, you hurt my wife, you hurt my children, somebody got to pay. I don't care about your $1 million lawsuit, Benjamin Crump. Somebody going to get Crump. It's not happening. That's my flesh. And here we are. You have brothers who's 50 years old and older. You have your children. You've done your career. Why can't you fight now? Give your life to free your people. Don't worry about your wife and children. They know daddy got to go fight this war. Every day, a soldier's wife gets the bad news. Your son and your uncle, your husband been killed on the battlefield. Sometimes you got to fight. And even these racist suckers will tell you how their ancestors, they died so black folks can be free. Which is a lie. They wasn't fighting to free the Negro. But they would tell you that. In order to get your respect as a man, you got to throw hands. You got to show them I'm not nothing to play with. But you a threat. You a threat because you said Ashe. Assalamu alaikum because you sell bean pies and newspapers on the corner. You a threat. I understand where Rodney Hinton come from. My child. And if your twisted ass don't understand it, I could give a damn. And he stand alone in the courthouse. And he lifted up his chin and looked at those Peckerwoods, those police officers. I'll do it again. I'm willing to take the heat. You got mine, I got yours. He should have, the people should be backing him up. He shouldn't be alone. Especially these black conscious type talking all this trash. But they Allah gonna handle it. Jesus gonna handle it. Well, Allah and Jesus been handling it for 500 years. Look where you at. Young brother Karmelo got some bullets. We wasn't there. You don't know. But everything is about race. And what if it was white boy on white boy? But in this country, you know, everything is about black. Or like there's no bullies in the school. We don't know what happened. And maybe, because I know when I was young, when you've been dealing with somebody and we don't know the situation, yeah, I'm going to be ready for you next time. I put a knife in my pocket. I remember my uncle gave me a gun. And when I had that knife and that gun in my pocket, I don't know, that bully must have been a mind reader. They didn't show up because I was going to pop. Sick of you. So we don't know what that situation was. We don't know what it is. But these racists have, they have a lot of nerve. They so easily forget what they have done to us. We supposed to stand there, let them slap us, kick us in our ass, talk about us like a dog, do all kinds of dirt to us, and we ain't never supposed to respond. When I was locked up, all the evil and dirty things they was doing to me, I'm supposed to be happy. Why you getting so upset like that? Why you getting mad? That's your mental illness acting up. But they never tell what they done to a person. In this country, how many white men who were guilty and you let them go? You murdered babies in our churches. Oh, that was a long time ago. We don't have to go a long time ago. Sister was killed in her house. She said, praise Jesus, and the sucker shot her. We don't have to talk about no long time ago. They love to talk that long time ago crap. George Floyd wasn't a long time ago.